a string val. Um, let's call it text. And then I say, okay, so now I would start with a simple single line string value, and then I would add more text to it and let you see if that is getting easier to read or it's getting difficult to read. Okay, so let's compare that with a little child. What happens when a child is born? Oh my God, the child is so cute. But what happens later when the child becomes a toddler or a teen? Don't talk to me about the teens. I have a preteen, my younger daughter, and oh my God, she is so cool. Right. And the elder one is a teen. Okay, so I am a little kid. Oh my God, the spelling mistakes. Little kid. Okay, so this looks cute. Now it's getting bigger. I can crawl now. That's even cool. I am. I want to learn a new language. That sounds kind of cool again. Now the string is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so let's see how if we have some text in other language. Oh, yes, we do. So let me just copy this piece here and let's say, oh no, what am I doing? Oh, that doesn't look so nice. But still, yes. Now I have a lot of code which is in other language, which spans multiple lines. Let me move this to the next line. Boy, it doesn't look so readable because I need to use the escape sequence, which is this, to escape the single, sorry, the double quote, which is part of the JSON value. Now, this doesn't look so readable. What can I do now to write code which is readable? I hope this works well. Sometimes it doesn't, right? And yes, it does. Now, what did I do? I just copy pasted some text, which is this, to my multi-line string value. And you can start and end a multi-line string value, which is a text block using 3 double quotes. And the value should start on the next line because if I delete the new line, it is a compilation error. What about the incidental white spaces? Do you think this is a part of the value JSON or it is not? So to show that, if you can see the green vertical line, which is, let me show that to you. So this is the green vertical line that you can see, which will actually show what is included in this string value. And just for your information, this is still the old string that Java had ever since it was created, it was provided to us, because the heavy lifting is done by the compiler. So you get all the benefits or all the convenience of doing things which you already wanted to do, but the compiler would do the heavy lifting and it would convert all the values to the regular string. So this is how you get to know what is included as part of the string value. And so this is one of the uh, this is how you can alter what white spaces are included. You can also move the closing brace, not the closing brace, the closing quotes to the left to move this vertical line and change what is included in the string value. And because it is still a string, you can use all the string methods which are uh, part of the API, the string API. So you get the benefits of working with multi-line string values. You don't really have to worry about using the escape sequences. The value is much more readable now. Now, let me go back to, and where would you use that? Of course, you could use that to write multi-line string values. You could also use to insert the SQL queries, JSON values, HTML value, or any other value that would span multiple values, and they would include a lot of other characters. So now let me go back to my, okay, so switch expressions. Are we? No, switch expressions was a standard feature in Java 13. Okay, so we have to skip that because we're also running out of time. Yes, I mentioned that the preview, a lot of features that I just mentioned, apart from text blocks, all the other have been introduced as a preview language feature. Text blocks is in the second preview in Java 15, and same with pattern matching. For instance, of what do you mean by a preview language feature? So, with the new release cadence, which is 6 months for Java now, the features, the new language features which are released in the language, they are released as a preview language feature because it gives time to Oracle to finalize whether they want to include the feature in the language or not. And that depends on you developers, how you submit your feedback to Oracle, and of course, by the other internal testing which is done. And why do you think that is important? Because unlike an API, a language feature can never be deprecated. You would have to live with the a language feature which is imperfect if it is added to the language, because it would also interact and work with the other language features in the Java. So, if you have any feedback on any of the language features that I covered today, or if you try them out anytime else in the future, please make a point to submit your feedback because Oracle is listening to the feedback. Switch expressions was introduced as a preview language feature in Java 12 for the first time. And depending on the feedback which was received on it, one of the keywords which was used, break, the switch expressions initially used break to return value from from one of the branches, but now it after the feedback which was received from the developers, it was later changed to yield, yield, because the developers mentioned that they are confused a lot about using the break in that case. So this is Brian, who leads the project Amber at Oracle, and he tweeted. So this is an old tweet, but it is still relevant. So he tweeted that he is looking for feedback on the latest on the preview language features. So I asked him, so is there a deadline or submitting the feedback? He said there is no hard deadline, but the train is rolling. So please feel free to submit your feedback. Um, Again, I pinged him again for asking about the deadline, and he said the earlier, the better. And all the code snippets and everything that I covered is also included in two of these um articles and screencast. And I would be sharing the presentation with the organizers of the meetup, and you can have both the links here. So I was not able to cover everything which is included in this new features or the features of IntelliJ IDEA, but these two links have comprehensive coverage of what I was talking about today. So thank you so much, and I am open for questions now.
Thanks, Mala.
Oh, I have, okay. Yes.
Okay, thanks, Mala, for the presentation. Amazing. There was something that I didn't really know in about the Java 15, such as seal and seal interface. That's really really cool. I like it. Well, I have a couple of questions that I'm going to put in the on the screen for you, and after we're gonna have full draw some two license. I think it's two license, right, Bruno? Of
Just one line of JetBrains, run.
okay, and two tickets for cloud conference a day, right? Okay, let's go to the first question that I have over here for Chumala. It's from Nasarda from New Jersey. It's essential for
Mhm.
library users to learn non-long-term release versions of Java. I love learning new features, but I want to answer it for my team.
So that's an interesting question, and I would say it is essential specifically for library users, creators. Because if I'm talking about the creators, yes, they should be knowing about the new features of Java, because a lot of developers, they try out new language versions, and it is essential for at least the creators to know about them. As a person who has been keeping a tab on what's new coming in the language features, I think it's always good to know about the new language features, because I talked about it when I started with my presentation. What are the benefits of having a 6 months release cadence? Because as developers, you get to know about the Java features and not a lot of it. So you understand what the features are, would you need them in your applications, and how you can use them in your applications. So I would say, yes, it is good to know about the new language features and not wait for the long term support releases, because they really are talking about how a release would be supported. Because when we are talking about the LTS release, we're not talking everything would be kind of final in that release. It would not have any preview language features or the experimental features. That's just another release with a different kind of support by Oracle or by other companies.
Nice, thank you.
I'm sorry. I have some connections problem. Okay, next question. Chris, can you put please the next question for Mala? After, okay, Junior. Okay. I heard that there were a few changes in the reflection API as well to add support for Scylla class. Is that true?
Amit, that is an interesting question, but I did not explore that part. I would request you to go to the link which I mentioned, which was about the changes in the Java API from 14 to 15, and you can actually go and check if there have been any changes there in the public API. I did not play around with that part.
Okay.
Chris, please, we have a question of Junior before Maximilian Ruda.
Oh yeah.
Could you share with us?
This one, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Which,
this question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which
yes,
is your advice in Java about frameworks? Which frameworks would you advise to study?
that's an interesting question, which I get to kind of answer a lot of time. I would like to ask, let me ask a question to the person who was asking the question. So, what, let's say, mode of transport would you like to use? That really depends on where you want to go and what route you want to take. So, depending on what you want to do you want to develop, let's say, a web application? Do you want to work with desktop applications? Do you want to work with IoT or other things? Depending on what you want to do, you have to decide the frameworks that you want to use. Because if I talk about, let's say, web applications or serverless applications, I can either go to Spring, I can go to a Micronaut, I can go to Microprofile. We have Jakarta EE, which is getting in real good shape now. So I have a lot of options to work with. So you really have to figure out what is it that you want to do.
Okay. What is the best strategy to deal with so many JDK's version on the same machine? How do you deal with that?
Strategy to deal with so many JDKs on the same machine. If you're trying to ask if you have installed multiple JDK versions on your system, then SDK Man is the application that you might want to explore to manage that part.
Oh, that's great. There is more couple questions. And another one for the NSARDA. Are you still the class alternative to final class?
I would say no, because as I mentioned, when you talk about final classes, you are putting a stop to any other class which can extend your class. But when I talk about seed class, you are controlling which other classes can extend your class. So those are different concepts altogether, I would say.
Oh, that's great. Another question from Amit Kumar. Oh, oh, there's another from Sarda. Okay, can records replace hibernate entity objects in the new feature?
That's, I would say, again, a good question because that combination is not working at present. So probably that's the question Brian gets should be answering. I don't know if they are working in that direction or not. So that's for the language owners or the stewards to decide on.
Okay. Uh, okay, I heard that there were a few changes in the reflection API as well to add support for seal crest. Is that true? I think that we sent this question already. No?
Yes,
Yeah.
we just answered this one.
Okay. There's one thing. Chris, can you put the message for from Bruno Souza, please, on the screen? Yeah, there's Java man sends a message for you.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I think
he's
that's it.
such an amazing person.
Yeah, it is.
Hi, Bruno. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure and honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Okay, we have another question from Ivan. Oh, this one. Bilal Balay. I'm currently studying for OCP 11. When do you think the OCP 15 will be introduced?
Bilal, I think OCP 15 would never be introduced because uh, 11 was the last long term support release that we had from. For Java and Java certifications, they are not released for every new Java version. I assume they would be released for the LTS version. So, this is just an assumption. I have no words from Oracle that the next certification for Java would be for Java 17. But as I said, I'm unsure, and there's some good news for you because this month Oracle has completely changed their certification exam. So now you don't have to write two exams to get certified. You just have to write one exam, and instead of writing 90 questions for each of those exams, now you just have to write 50 questions, which I think is great.
We have Paulo send us a message as well for you. Thanks,
Mhm.
Mala. Moved by Paulo Simões from Oracle. Celebrated 25 years in preparing next 25 years in the top. That's cool,
Thank you.
Paulo.
Thank you so much, Paolo. Thank you so much.
Ivan sent us a question as well. Let me grab the question over here. I'd like to ask her. And Monica. No, this one.
Okay.
I'd like to ask her which are the new features she used more since OpenJDK 10, and which are the ones she doesn't use as often. That's cool.
Uh, Thanks, Ivan. Thanks for the question. And since I'm following the project Amber a lot than the other projects, which is Project Panama and a lot of other new projects which are going on at Oracle, so I would say, used all the new language features which has been released with Java 10. So we had var in Java 10, we had lambda parameters. Type inference with lambda parameters in Java 11, switch expressions in this. Oh my God, they are all on the tips of my fingers. So I have used all the new language features which have come out since 10.
Great. There's another question over here. The Surav Roy. How does sealed class differ from using access modifiers in Java? This one.
Right. So seed classes, they talk about both. They talk about accessibility and they talk about extensibility. Um, or am I saying it wrong? Seed classes, they decouple accessibility from extensibility because when you talk about the access modifiers, you only talk about which other classes can access your class. So you talk about accessing the classes within the same package, the other package, what members could be accessed from the classes that extend your classes within the same package and the other package. But when we talk about sealed classes, I am decoupling accessibility from extensibility. I can make my class accessible to the other class in a different package, but I can still control whether that would be able to kind of extend the class or not. So I'm decoupling these two concepts. So that's what the difference is.
There's some more questions. Let me see. Over here. Actually, thanks everybody. We're going to raffle to draw some tickets right now. A license, a JetBrains license that we received here in Sojava, and the Cloud Conference day tickets. We have this month a Cloud Conference tickets. And who's going to start? Monica or Bruno?
Well, I could be started, right?
Me? Sorry, I didn't understand. I can go ahead?
Thanks first.
Okay. Well, are you...
Okay.
Do you see my screen? Okay. So first we are going to draw 2 tickets to Cloud Conference Day. And just remembering, this event is going to be on October 17. And we have nice 4 tracks about dev track. We have also inter track. We have infra track and also open track. So let's see who are going to win the tickets. So we have here all the names of the people that subscribe to this talk today, and we are going to draw 2 names. So let's see.
Monica, can you? Yeah, okay. Tarcísio Coutinho.
Tarcísio Coutinho and Deepak. I don't know how to say, sorry, your last name.
That's Lal Chandani.
Oh, nice.
How that's gonna work? We're going to send the email for both. That's how that's gonna work, Bruno. You have the email, right?
No, you don't have an email. You send the message in meetup.com, and next we will get the email and send the license into tickets for Crowd Conference Day, right?
Okay.
Okay. And next I will draw a license of JetBrains. This is my favorite ID. Okay. I use every day. I love JetBrains, right? So okay. Oh, Mala, I need your help. Vidra said ready, Akili.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. You'll have to repeat.
Sorry.
You are sharing
you're sharing your Excel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is my Mac. Okay. Did you see right now?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Either Sena VD Akili, right? You get a new license of JetBrains.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I would like to. It's sad, but we need to finish, right? That was amazing presentation, Mala. Thanks for your time. I know that you're a very, very busy person, but all the community in Brazil and around the world, because we have some people from New Jersey, we have some people from India, from Brazil, everywhere. So everybody is very happy because we bring some news for us. And we save time to read some books as well, but it's good to get in detail as well. I hope that you can write some book, to Java 15 book. I have yours, another books that you wrote, but I really love it. That's an amazing presentation. I would like to say thanks for Chris, for the help, for the rede, because we are using all the string art from the rede and Papo Decisa de Mim. Papo Decisa de Mim is another community over here. in Brazil from DevOps guys and something like that. And Monica, that's a second live with us. We're enjoying a lot. And Mala, your presentation was best ever. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much, Rohan, for having me. It was amazing. It was a pleasure to be here. And thank you so much for your kind words. And I would like to thank everyone who joined in the session today and asked all the questions. Hi, Cristiano.
This is Chris. Chris is that support all the string art for us with the Papo Decisa de mim and the Heidi. Okay.
Great.
Thank you. And that's it. Bye, people. And thank you, everybody, for the participation in the Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Mala.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.